Hello my friends and welcome to the one country nobody on the face of the planet knows how to spell correctly, Czechoslovakia. Now, I'm sure most of you are acutely aware that Czechoslovakia did the equivalent of getting benched in World War II and didn't actually get to participate because of one little Munich agreement where they got stabbed in the back by the Allies. This was an unfortunate reality, but here in Hearts of Iron 4, we don't need to do what historically happened. We can make up our own fictional scenarios as to what could have happened if things were handled better. And today is no exception. Now, I'm sure a lot of you know that whenever you play as Czechoslovakia in Hearts of Iron 4, it is pretty easy to simply say no to the Munich Agreement, play big defense with all your Sudeten forts, and essentially screw over the German Reich and ensure that the Allies can beat them. This is a basic strategy within the game, and this is not what we are going to be doing today. No, instead, I want to play Czechoslovakia in a way where I am actually able to beat the German Reich without any help from the Allies, all before Poland is even declared war on. And that, my friends, is exactly what we are going to be doing today. So let me show you how to wreck the German Reich as Czechoslovakia. Now, in all of these videos, I typically like to go over the national spirits first, and I will be doing the same today, but there isn't really much to talk about here. Here we have the Skoda works. Factory output bonus plus 10%, pretty damn good, and facility construction speed bonus plus 5%. This is just strictly good. It's not, like, fantastically good, but it's just decent. The one that is bad that we have to actually take care of is the divided nation. This gives us a pretty bad debuff to our recruitable population of 0.5% and minus 20% stability, which is really, really bad. Unfortunately, it's going to be a while before we can actually properly handle this, so this is going to have to be on the back burner. Now, the biggest positive that we absolutely have as Czechoslovakia is this man right here, Mr. Edvard Benes, whose most notable characteristic is giving us extra PP gain. I know... I can't even say that with a straight face. But yes, Mr. Benes is very, very good for us, and we are happy to have him. Now, before we go into all of the little nitty-gritty on what we're actually going to be doing today, we have to address the very typical research slot available notification and click the exact same thing that you do in every single run. Production, maintenance tools, construction, construction 1, electronic engineering, electronic mechanical engineering. These are the basic 3 that you should always be taking at the beginning of any single Hoi4 run, unless you're like in some weird whack-ass situation, like primarily Ethiopia. But these researches are completely fine for Czechoslovakia because we will be going very, very heavy into our industry early. And speaking of said heavy early industry, this is what it's going to look like. Infrastructure in the Sudetenland followed by military factories. Infrastructure in South Sudeten followed by, again, a bunch of military factories. Same with Moravia, and finally Bohemia as well, just because they have the least extra factory building slots available. This is perfectly fine. We're not going to be building any civilian factories whatsoever because we are going to be in war early. We are the second victim of German imperial expansionism, and that is going to take place roughly September of 1938. So we got almost 3 years before we got to throw hands. Now, the guys that are going to be throwing those hands is the military. Take the entire military and turn it all into the same basic infantry battalion that we have and throw them into 2 separate armies. Just split them and put them into 1 army group and leave them as such. We're not going to do anything else with them at all. Now, as for the military factories in our economy, we're ditching tanks. We're not doing any damn thing with tanks whatsoever. We're going to add 2 military factories to the infantry equipment, making 4 altogether, then grabbing 1 civilian train, 1 early truck, 1 towed artillery, and 1 towed anti-air. This is what everything should look like at the beginning of the game. Trust me, this is going to be fine for now. We're going to have a little bit of time to mess with this in the future. This is okay for now. Now it's time to dive into the nitty-gritty of how we are going to kick Hitler's ass as Czechoslovakia. So, allow me to introduce you to the ever-so-mediocre Czech focus tree. There is not a lot going on here, but hey, there is a lot of cool stuff we can actually do in this. Now, for the purposes of this run, we're going to be pretty much ignoring the right side of this altogether, and instead, we're going to be working out of this section right here. Now, Czechoslovakia on the far left side of the focus tree is known for this line of focuses right here. These are the Sudeten fortification focuses. And by the time you're done with this, you're going to have a level 7 fort in pretty much every single state that borders Germany or Austria. And that is going to make it basically impossible for Germany to push into you if you have built up. The downside is that there is one little hiccup in this strategy, and that is the Kingdom of Hungary. Eventually, in the historical game mode, Hungary will join the Axis and declare war on you, making it so that you have to defend an absolutely obscene front line. And by most accounts, it's not going to be very, very possible. So the number 1 priority of Czechoslovakia in this run is to get rid of the Hungarian threat to our sovereignty. That's right, we're going to be doing the Treaty of Trianon Part 2. Thankfully for us, we can actually remain democratic and still punish the Hungarians. That is with this little focus right here, eliminate the Hungarian threat. And, surprise, surprise, there's no fancy prerequisites we need to do, we just need to get down here on the focus tree. So, we're gonna begin with strategic decisions for a free 150 political power. Start that, and we're just gonna sit and chill. That is all we're gonna do. And that is focus number 1 done. That gives us a lot of extra political power, and we're gonna be dumping that immediately into a Chief of Army, the Army Morale Genius. This is gonna give us an extra 0.4 daily Army experience, which is going to be very, very helpful for the things we do in the future. So go ahead and grab him. Next up, National Focus. In order to get down to eliminating the Hungarian threat, we must first create our own faction with this focus right here. This is going to create the Czech Entente that we are the head of, and it's only 35 days, so that's actually pretty damn good. And once that focus is done, this is what the faction map is going to look like. The Allies, the Axis, the Comintern way the fuck over there, and the new Czech Entente. And this is going to be pivotal for us to beat the German Reich without the help of the Allies. Now, next up we have a little bit of a decision. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, this is basically your difficulty selector for this run. I will be showing you the ultimate power of this strategy, so we will be doing both inviting Yugoslavia and Romania, but if you do feel like you want to make it a little bit more challenging, just go with Romania. So I'm going to be taking Romania first, and then I will also be inviting Yugoslavia because there is a chance that these two say no, which means I will be improving relations with them. But if they do say no, honestly, you can just restart because the odds of that are not that high. All right, and Romania has indeed decided to join us in our own little entente. So let's go ahead and take a look at the faction map mode now. What an alliance map. And now with them in our faction, I am also going to go ahead and invite Yugoslavia, mainly because this is the easiest point to go ahead and just say, oh, I'm going to restart the game because we're only like a few months into the game. And along with that, it looks like one of my military factories is done. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that onto the Toad Anti-Air because Toad Anti-Air we're going to need a lot of. And I'm going to go and throw one on support equipment, and that should be fine to take those. Now, once you invite Romania, you will get this little notification that says, oh, you're at risk of them taking leadership. Ignore this. They are not going to be able to take it from you. That's just not how it's going to work. So we can just ignore that for now. Now, I've got an extra 150 political power. I want to go ahead and throw that on the Skoda industrial concern just to get some extra industrial research speed. That's going to help us because we're going big into economy early on. And perfect! Yugoslavia has entered our military agreement. This is perfect. Look at our little faction, our little oddball faction with just a little bit of a hole in the middle of it. I wonder if there's something we can do about that. Hungary, you seem to be in a little bit of an unfortunate circumstance. Joint Security Council is going to be next. This is going to give us an extra 15% max planning for both of our members, which is really damn good. And because we're getting close to our Hungarian war goal, I'm going to grab my entire military, throw them on this border, just change it to be the Czech border, and then go ahead and get some planning bonus. Go ahead and assign some generals to this. Doesn't really matter who. Hungary is not going to put up any type of fight whatsoever. Just want to build up a little bit of that good planning bonus. And there it is. Joint Security Council done, meaning there's only one thing left to do, and that is to eliminate the Hungarian threat. And now we simply have to wait until our war goal is done, because we've got some pretty damn good planning bonuses ready. 52%. Hungary's about to go down. Hey, Hungary! Remember the Treaty of Trianon? Well, get ready for the Treaty of Trianon 2. I declare war, and I will not be calling my allies, because I don't need them. Now, before we go to war, make sure you are doing the next focus that we need to do, and that is going to be evaluate the political climate. Just go ahead and start that. And now, let's get rid of Hungary, shall we? In order to win this war, we only need to take Győr and Budapest. And we actually cannot win the war unless we take those two. So they're the only two places that matter. Don't worry about anywhere else. Just go for them. Now, as far as research goes, I do want to keep going heavy into the construction. However, I do also need to make for damn sure I get engineer companies. This is the most important research you can probably do. Make sure you grab them. But looks like Budapest is going to fall because they just don't have enough people. That's one big point down. Now we just got to get Győr. All right, boys, get to Győr. Go in, fellas. Crush them while we can. All right, I need most of you to not be pushing across the river, please. I only want that for the combat with bonus. I don't want you to actually push across the river. Stop it. I want to waste as little strength as possible. Looks like yours fallen. That should, in theory, be either enough or super close to enough. All right, 27%, 90% of the way there. I think we take like a handful more states. Yeah, just walk at this point. We don't need to actually fight anybody. And goodbye, Hungary. Time to initiate our grand plans. Now, the main reason we want to get rid of Hungary is so that they wouldn't join the Axis later. So the best way to ensure that is to annex them. But I don't want to annex them because I don't want Hungarians in my country. No thank you. So instead, we're just going to puppet the entire nation for what it's worth. And also, one last little thing, we do also want to take all of the resources in northern Hungary. We don't really care about the other two because we're not going to be using all that. We don't need it. I just want the metal. So submit that demand, confirm and exit, and we are done. Perfect. War over. And now I'm going to move my entire military to the German front real quick. And now let's take a look at our faction map mode. This is pretty damn sexy. Now, like I said before, we only really need Romania in our faction for this to properly work. I've only gone with the Yugoslavia because I want to show you just how strong this plan is. So now that Hungary is gone, it is time to go down our political tree next. Now, we have about 3 choices as Czechoslovakia, but our biggest problem that plagues our nation is a lack of manpower. We have about 500 free manpower in our entire reserve. This is a problem because our logistics are fantastic. We have enough guns to arm an extra 2,000 soldiers. But where are those soldiers going to come from? Nobody knows. So, in order to fix the recruitable population problems, there is one path that gives us the strongest bonus, and that is the communist path. All the way down here is communism with a human face, which grants recruitable population 3% bonus. This may not sound like a lot, but believe me, this is a ton of people. And this is our next big focus. So once evaluate the political climate is done, we will move on to the people unified under one will. And while we wait for that, I am going to go ahead and turn up my conscription rate to limited conscription to attempt to get more people into my military. We'll take a look at the army numbers. Looks like we have a grand total of 234,000 possible with only 140,000 total. So that number should begin to go up now that we've changed conscription numbers. Looks like we're slowly fixing our issue. And another mild benefit is that makes it way harder for anybody to try and take leadership of our faction, which they weren't going to do anyway, but if you were feeling a little bit scared, don't. Now, about this point, you should have enough army experience to go ahead and set up your full army command. I've gone with Bold Attack, Professional Officer Corps for the extra division experience gain, and Static Warfare for the extra max entrenchment. That's going to make it way harder for Germany to penetrate us. And once you've done that, you can also go ahead and start training up your divisions until they are regular. It's really only worth it to do this after you've changed your conscription laws, in my humble opinion. There is another faction under our belt. Time to move on to the next one, People Unified Under One Will. Go ahead and take this, and after we're done with this one, we are going to run into another little small problem, and we'll address it once we're there. But again, we got an extra 150 political power. At this point, I am going to move up to partial mobilization, get some more military factories down and on the ground. We're building at a pretty respectable rate right now. We're going to check our logistics, see what we're most missing, and it looks like our worst number is probably support equipment, so let's go ahead and check. I'll add one more on support equipment, and then the rest will probably dump into guns. And lo and behold, we have finally filled up our military with every single manpower that we were missing before. This is fantastic. We're going to keep training them all the way up until they're all regulars, because we do need that extra defensive bonus. Trust me, it is going to pay off big time for us in the future. Just keep going along in the industry. We don't need to worry about our infantry equipment just yet on research. Just going to keep cruising as we are. And there is the engineer company finally researched. That means it is time to change over our infantry division template. As long as you've done everything correctly and actually hired a chief of army, we'll be able to change this with the army experience that we have. So we're going to be adding the engineer company, the support artillery company, and the support anti-aircraft gun. This is going to be our main infantry division. Save that and convert every single person into it and check the logistics again. So it does indeed look like support equipment is the one that we are worse on. We're a little bit bad on anti-aircraft guns, but that's okay. We will get it all fixed here in a moment. Just completed the People Unified Under One Will, and unfortunately we cannot move down the tree any further because we do not have the required amount of support for the Communist Party in our country. This is not a problem for us. We'll get this fixed here in just a moment, but for now we're going to go ahead and shift onto the main Czech focus tree bonus, and that is the fortification studies. We're going to move down this line and get our Sudeten forts up. We still have about a year before Germany attacks us, and we need to make for damn sure we get those forts up. Now, in the meantime, we will be hiring a communist revolutionary for the daily communism support so that we can get enough communism support to keep going down the focus tree. We don't even have to have him for that long, just enough to get over 20%, which we are basically at right now. Fortification studies done. And before we go on and do all of the Sudeten forts, I will be coming back to the communist support side and trying to get all the way down to communism with a face, if possible. We'll have to kind of test and play with the waters and see. Now, our logistics are looking pretty damn good at this point. Everything's in the green, which means it's time to start hiring more divisions. So I'm going to train this. I'm going to probably add 6 divisions and set it 6 batches of divisions and do it like that. Along with that, I will also be duplicating this division and creating a different variation that is meant for pushing offensively very, very quickly. So we're just going to add some combat support artillery. Something like this is fine. We're just going to designate that as a special elite division, and that's going to be okay. And we only need 2 of these. That will be fine. It's going to eat up a lot of our artillery, but we're going to have a very, very strong industry as the Czechs by the time we're done with everything. This next focus is going to get rid of that nasty debuff, that divided nation, going to fix our stability, fix our recruitable population. And while that's running, I am going to run an anti-communist raid just for an extra stability. Stability is going to be a little bit of a problem for us if we don't fix it now, so we're going to fix it now. Now the research slot, we're just going to keep up to date with all of our industry stuff, make sure that we're up to date on our infantry weapons, we'll get support weapons, make sure all the basics are done, artillery, support companies, infantry equipment, all that good stuff. And there it is! That nasty debuff has been wiped from the face of us, and we can continue down the path. Now, at this point, I recommend not finishing communism with a human face yet. We have enough manpower right now where we don't need the massive buff that this gives. Instead, I want to move on to the Sudeten fort line once we hit January of 1938, because we do not have much time left. Once Austria falls, you got maybe one more focus before everything's going chaotic. So we need to get the Sudeten forts up and running as quickly as possible. Do this next. And while that goes on, I'm also going to run some improved worker conditions and just keep focusing on my stability, because stability is looking a little bit good right now. 55%, that's not bad. We do need it to be quite a bit higher than that, though. We got our trained divisions popping up now. We're just going to assign those to armies, except for our special offensive guys who are going to get their own army. They're also going to get their own general, so it's time to go ahead and swap out this man. We want a more defensive guy on the front line, and we can take that field marshal with his 5 bonus in attack and throw him just in charge of these guys. They are going to go right here. Just mark them there like that for right now. We're not going to worry about it too much from there. Going to keep running some anti-communist raids for more and more stability, and things are looking really, really good now. There's Sudeten early fortifications done. We're going to move immediately on to the advanced fortifications, and we're going to do that quickly. Now, along with building up fortifications, this also buffs our conscription rate. We're at about 2.65% right now, which is pretty damn good, but we can go further. Along with that, more military factories to be built in all of our states. Just keep building mills. We only need mills. There is the Anschluss of Austria done, which has unfortunately widened our borders with the Reich, and we're going to have to extend our lines, but that is okay. That's why we're hiring more units. Pull this out and make sure we cover everything, and this should be fine. We're still hiring units. We got a lot more manpower coming in. We will be fine. Our military numbers are beginning to swell. We're at about 339,000 deployed units. That's pretty good, but we can go better. We can go much, much better than this. There's Sudeten advanced fortifications done. We've got one more of these focuses to do, and that is the final fortification. Sets every single fort as a level 7 in the North Sudeten and the South Sudeten, and all these other states as well. But once we're up to level 7 forts, there's not a damn thing they're going to be able to do to break into Czechoslovakia. It will be ours, and it will be ours forever. Get deployed, set on that front line, and get ready to go. Now, before we get declared war on by Germany, we do need to make sure we go down the Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. This gives us extra entrenchment speed and more max entrenchment, along with a lot of planning bonuses and defensive bonuses. It's just the best path for what we're doing, so take that. If we take a look, it looks like we have a max entrenchment level of 52%. That is an insane buff to our units, especially within the forts. Germany is going to have one hell of a problem actually breaking in. We got our final fort line up and running. Level 7 forts on the border with Germany. Yeah, good luck, friend. Try to break in. See what happens. And that means we can finally fix this last one, communism with a human face, giving us extra 3% recruitable population numbers. That's going to give us an insane level of conscription. Our military is now at 400,000. Germany is, in fact, justifying a war goal against us, and our allies have come to the borders. But we're not going to be calling them in at the beginning. That is not what's going to happen. Now, once they do actually begin declaring war, we need to shift all of our buildings into anti-aircraft guns, mainly just in the primary regions. Go ahead and get those queued all the way at the top. We need to make sure that they don't get too big of an aircraft advantage over us. Now, if my math adds up right, we should be able to deploy these units before the Munich agreement goes down. There's communism with a human face. It's going to buff our recruitable population by a lot. And there's communism on the rise. We need a referendum. Yeah, we can run the referendum. We can become communist at this point. That's not a problem. 76% stability. That is great. Another set of units to deploy. We're just going to stick half and half in both of these spots. Buff up our lines even further. They are not breaking in. And there it is. We have timed everything almost perfectly. So this is the Munich conference that I have been alluding to this whole time. Basically, they're demanding we give Germany the Sudetenland, which is not going to happen. Take this bottom option and we are going to fight. And before they declare that war, we will then begin to move into the Great Industrial Legacy, where we can actually start building up our economy without having to actually build up the economy ourselves. And the war is on. Germany has declared war on us, and we are not going to call in our allies just yet. We're going to let the Germans bash their heads into us because, remember, we have some massive fort lines. Look at these numbers. They got like 24 soft attack versus our 200. We are entrenched as hell. What are they going to do? Move us out of the way? I don't think so. Now, I will allow the Soviet Union to actually send volunteers to me. 4 divisions of Soviet volunteers absolutely accept that. Now, the reason I don't want to call in my allies is because of, well, primarily this little line right here, because I don't have faith in my allies to properly defend this yet, so we're going to wait a little bit before we actually call anybody in. Just keep letting them bash themselves into us. They're going to take a lot of needless casualties. We got some Soviet volunteers now. Where are they? They're in the capital. They sent me some tank divisions. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Soviet Union. This is the benefit of being communist. And also, our stability is not that bad. Come on, keep blasting, keep fighting, keep shooting at me. You're just making my units so much stronger than they already are. Love to see it. Let's see how the air front is going. Looks like we're losing, but we are shooting down quite a few of their planes, which is very, very nice. That's going to work out in our favor here in just a moment when we spring our ultimate trap. Come on, Germany, keep going, keep going. Keep throwing yourselves at me while I build more units. So let's take a look at the war right now. So currently they have about fielded manpower of somewhere between 600,000 and 1.2 million. That's pretty damn strong. However, look at these loss ratio numbers. The German Reich has already lost 100,000 soldiers to our almost 2,000. That is a ratio of damn near 100 to 1. There's not a damn thing the Germans can do about it. Look at this number trickle up. It just keeps going. And I can just sit here and focus on my own industrial concerns while they do that. Czech industry? Hell yeah. Come on, keep coming on. Keep coming. Oh, what's this? You're dying? 147,000. They're losing so many people on these forts. Oh my god, this is amazing. Yeah, come on. Keep wasting all your strength on me, man. I'm sure you'll break through. Just keep going. Just keep going. Oh my god, what are they? They're attacking my guys with heavy soft attack. They're turning them into veterans for me. Oh, that's just gonna make the herd I dish back out so much nicer. Engineer Company 2, we're even further entrenched. Oh, they've stopped. They've stopped attacking me. Bunch of losers. All right. They've lost 200,000 soldiers to Czechoslovakia. And I've just introduced a whole nother wave of soldiers. So here's what I'm gonna do. Throw them on a new army. We're gonna try to hire a new general somewhere. Show me my field commanders. Who can I promote? You look promotable. Get promoted, dipshit. Oh, damn, he's actually good. Okay. Is this man a stalwart defender? Hold on, did I see that right? Inflexible strategist. You know what? That's fine. So he's going on to this front. He's getting dumped on there, and he's going to play even more defense, and we're going to stretch out our front line. We're going to help the Yugoslavs and the Hungarians, and then we are going to call them into war. Czech industry. Yeah, just give me the free civilian factories. I love to see it. And now, I'm going to change my chief of army away from this army morale genius to the much more apt army offense expert. We're getting our bonus on division attack because that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Actually, I might need you to hold that for a second. Yeah, thank you very much. That's like the one weak spot we have in this whole line. But you know what? Not anymore, because it's time to call in the power of friendship. Come here, Romania, Hungary, and Yugoslavia. Time to punish the Reich. All right, and with the power of friendship, it looks like they're pushing this spot, but it doesn't matter. Combined air power gives us green air over Czechoslovakia, and unfortunately, we do have to deal with this little Yugoslav-Croatia oopsie-daisy, but typically it's not that bad to deal with. I just have to, like, actually get Yugoslavia to let me join the war. For whatever reason, they never seem to actually do this quickly, and it leads to a few problems, but usually nothing that we can't solve. We're going to slow down to speed 4. We're going to keep holding the lines. Look like they actually made one push. I'm a little bit impressed. And they've completely disappeared from this front. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen, but I'm going to take advantage of it. Absolutely. I'm going to take Silesia. That's going to be mine. What are you going to do about it? You completely left the front. Why did you do that? What is this? Since when? Why? Okay, whatever. I guess. All right, call to arms from Yugoslavia. It means I can take some of my guys and just clean up this nonsense here. I'm going to call you to arms also. I'll just take a few guys off this front and go fix this stupid problem. How is Silesia going? Looks like we just own it. Why? Why? Why did they just let me do that? All right, sure, man. Oh my god, the Soviets are pushing them. What is going on? The German Reich is so weak right now. What are they doing? I knew it was supposed to work, but it wasn't supposed to work like this. I'm dumbfounded. All right, whatever. All right, just collapse this independent state of Croatia. Get them gone, please. Thank you very much. Keep fortifying the lines. Keep running everything. Yeah, looks like Croatia's gonna collapse. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, looks like we got a little bit of problems down in the south. We're still reorganizing from the chaos it was Croatia showing up, but everything is coming up our way. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at the war screen now, they have somewhere between 680,000 soldiers to 1 million soldiers in the field. We have 1.13 million. We completely outnumber the Germans, and it's not even close. This is the power of aligning ourselves with Romania, Yugoslavia, and getting a ton of extra recruitable population from all of our bonuses. We have an astounding 5.62 extra recruitable population on limited conscription. Do you now believe me that Czechoslovakia is super strong? Look at our logistics. We can build troops for days, and we're going to keep dumping more and more divisions into the field, and there's nothing the Reich can do about it. Look at our units absolutely bullied them. What can they do about this? Nothing. They're too strong. They're too big. Oh, can we get another little encirclement around the river? Maybe, maybe. I want you here. I want you here. Crush that horse division. No, no, no. Don't let him escape. Don't let him escape that pocket. You. Get up here. Get up here. Don't let him get out. Pin them. Pin them. Keep them stuck. No one escapes the clutches of the Czech legions. Oh, 3 more divisions just casually popped and gone. And we'll just keep using our big boy infantry divisions with the big artillery to keep pushing. Oh, we're moving more troops out. Can I get another small little encirclement? More troops that I don't have to deal with later? Come on, come on. Be nice to me. Be nice to me. Let me have all the things that I want. Pin them, pin them. Don't let them go. Oh, they're getting moved out. They can't do anything about it. 3 more divisions caught in my clutches. Demolish them. Germany can't do anything about the Czech Entente. Look at these loss numbers, 400,000 to our 44,000. We're mopping the floor with them. We'll see if we can take Dresden here. Oh yeah, they're getting absolutely bullied at this point. Come on, Germany, I thought you're supposed to be strong in this game. What happened, man? Oh, another one's gonna fall. Get out of here. Another free 2 divisions. Out of my game, Hitler. You can't do anything. Now, one thing that I do need to make a little bit of a note of is that eventually Italy will join the Axis. However, they will not join the war against you for whatever reason. Every single practice attempt I've done, they have chosen not to do this, so don't worry about it. Man, it is incredible just how weak these German divisions are. They're spread so incredibly thin, they can't do anything. I'm gonna see if I can push these guys out here also. There's a chance, there's a chance. I think this works. Oh, does it? Does it? Do I get another free unit? Free little encirclement? Oh, does it even matter? I've got unassigned divisions. Let's dump some more dudes on this front. Why not? Why not? Oh, there's nothing they can do to stop me. Too damn strong. Eat him. Gone. Well, what's the German Reich numbers looking like now? They've lost 500,000 soldiers. They have a fielded manpower of probably 800,000. We've got 1.3 million. I think it's time for one mass assault across the entire line. How about it? Let's see what this looks like. Ooh, I see a lot of green bubbles. I see a lot of green bubbles. I see a lot of red bubbles too. Well, yeah, we'll do a little bit of this. So just a few pushes. This may not be the best tactic, but I don't know. There's a few weak points. Ooh, uh-oh. Yeah, no, that's a bad idea. I'm gonna stop that right now. We need more precision. Precision is the king. My God, they just move out of the way so easily. Another one. I could just micro these guys, move them into whatever space I want. It doesn't even matter. Look at all this. Look at all this. Look how easy they move. Check this out. Boom. 3 divisions and 2 and yeah, they're just getting shredded by my big artillery divisions. They can't hold it. They can't hold it. They're bringing tons and tons of divisions and then they're all just getting clowned on. Oh, what's this? A little offensive by the Germans. I'd say we'd move our big offensive boys right over here and maybe make a little offensive right here and cut them off too. Oh, it's their spearhead. Oh, they think they're doing something clever. They're not. They ain't doing anything. What kind of battle of the bulge nonsense is this? Do Germany really think this is gonna work? They're still pushing in. I'm not worried about this in the slightest. They're gonna get their whole army eaten because of this maneuver. How goes the south? Oh my God, what is going on? You wanna crush that real quick? I don't know what's going on. The Romanians are just making pushes of their own down here. You know what? Sure, works for me. All right, let's try to collapse this now. Does this work? 61, 62. Oh, they're getting moved. They're getting moved. Oh, they're moving quick too. Oh, they're gone. Goodbye. Hello, encirclement. What did you think was gonna happen? Yeah, let's just eat this little pocket here. Thanks for the free donation of kills, my guy. I wonder who cooked up this little battle plan. Yeah, we're just gonna crush this whole thing. What are they even gonna do about it? Does it matter? Force him out. Force this one dude out. What is he doing? What is he doing? Get him gone. Get him gone. My God, what is going on over here? Why are there just little punctures into my lines? Is this Germany's doing or is this Hungary? Honestly, I don't know. No, you don't get to escape. You're pinned. You're pinned forever. What are you doing? Why are you there? What is this Germany? I thought you guys were supposed to be at least semi-competent. You almost took over the world, but I guess you're all just a bunch of dumb fucks. Well, I love the donation of kills at least. Makes my job easy. All right, surely at this point they have like no military left. Yeah, what is this? They've lost 800,000 soldiers. What are you doing? Where's my cool guys? Yeah, they're right here. I think they're gonna make a beeline for Berlin. How about that? We'll get our planning bonus up and we will proceed to crush them all. God, this is pathetic. Well, at this point, I think it might be time to try out my grand offensive again. Let's see how this goes. Oh, they're all green. Oh my God, it's too easy. God, what can they even do about this? They're getting pushed everywhere. They've been completely dismantled. Let me have Berlin. It's mine now. Yeah, let's keep moving in. Keep moving in. Keep going. Berlin's mine. No. You don't get to keep that. You don't get to keep anything, man. Well, that's Berlin mine. I'm gonna chill on the offense now. Infantry expert. Absolutely, let me have that. Make all my infantry just better? They were already pretty damn good. I think at this point, I just chop the Reich in half. One spear line to the north, build up some planning, and we're gonna nail them. Split them in half, kill the Pomeranian side, and we're just gonna be good. We're just gonna be so damn good. Can I move you out? I don't like you being there. Please move. Thank you. Same with you. No. You go there. I grab you guys, and you crush that. Thank you. All right, awesome. So, that one big push may have cost me a little bit of infantry equipment. It might be a little bit of an oopsie, but that's okay. How's the Reich army looking at this point? They've lost 940,000 soldiers. Dude, that's insane. How you lose half the army to Czechoslovakia? You know what? I want to keep crushing people. I'll squash this, and then we'll make a push into the north, crush these 3 units. Those are, like, healthy units, too. We'll just get them out. Get them gone. No. Y'all do not get to leave. That's not what we're doing. All right, in the north, it's time to push. Push for Stettin! Oh, Soviet volunteers again. Yeah, I'll take those back. I know that you had to use them for Finland or something, but yeah, I'll take them back. Love to. Come on, keep pushing. Take it down. Move them out of the way. Take Stettin. That is mine. We're gonna cut them off. They're not getting out of this one. them and start pushing them back. Oh, we got the Soviet volunteers now. It's over for them. What can they even do anymore? I would like to take this point right here. Follow him up. Follow him up. Crush these divisions. Oh, it's beautiful. The doors are closing. There's no escape for you. And that's 6 more divisions completely caught in the trap that I sprung for them. Oh my god, there's another potential encirclement right here. Can we get this one? Can we get this? Can we break that? Let's see if we can break this. And there's the North gone. Let's check the casualty numbers now. Oh my god. They've lost 1 million manpower. Sucks to suck, Germany. And snatched up another little guy right here. And he's gone. Goodbye, my guy. Oh my god, the Romanians are driving to France. This is awesome. Bro, keep going. Oh, close this pocket right here. Oh, we can close that and snatch up another 6 divisions. Absolutely. Bro, how many divisions do they even have now? How many do they have? Somewhere between 400,000 and 700,000. That's cute. I have double your military. I think the Reich's just given up. They're not even trying to stop this now. Look at this. They're just not even doing it. Sure, they try to open up once it's over, but like, it's over, man. What can you do? Nothing. Get out of here. Get collapsed on. I'm so incredibly disappointed by the performance of Germany in this run. This is embarrassing to a dangerous degree. And there's 2 more divisions. Just mine for the taking. Goodbye and goodbye. I think it's time for the grand offensive. Let's just go. Surely they can't stop me anymore. More encirclements. More encirclements in the north. They're stuck on an island, bruh. Now they're gone. Now, I need you all to understand exactly what we've done here. We have beat the Germans so badly that they never even got their war goal on Poland. We have saved the world, and all it took was sacrificing Hungary for it. Oh, more divisions in the north. Cut them off. Don't let them escape. Hello, Danish. We're not here to invade. We're here to save your life. Thank me later. Well, at this point, the Reich should be giving up at some point soon. Just kind of a matter more of when than if. Apparently, our logistics are terrible or something. Only minus 13,000 guns. Oh my god. We have to end this war quickly before we run out of weapons. So let's just keep pushing through the north. We need to just keep surrounding people and crushing them. It's not even funny anymore. They're just full-on collapsed. They can't do anything. Do they even have an air force anymore? Yeah, they do. They have a very strong air force at that. They just only have 50 divisions in the field of like 400,000 soldiers at best. Oh no, my special guys, they're getting encircled when I wasn't paying attention. No, don't die. No, my guy, he was so important, he just died. No, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was tunnel visioned. It wasn't supposed to be this way. We must kill more divisions to make up for it. You're my replacement, okay? You're part of the special corps now. Welcome aboard. I actually can't believe I let that happen. That was terrible. Oh, that's so dumb of me. We're gonna halt the offensive for a second. We're just gonna crush up these little pockets, grind them up into little goo chunks. You know, the typical thing I like to do against my enemies. Surely they must be close to capitulation. They've got like 300,000 manpower left. What can they even do? Let's go ahead and take Frankfurt. More little collapses. Pin you, don't get out, and you're done. The Reich is too weak. Hello, Netherlands. I'm just casually walking by doing absolutely nothing illegal whatsoever. Do not question it. Oh, we ran out of manpower somehow. Damn. All right. Well, I guess it's time to finally move off of limited conscription. Go to extensive. What does that make our recruitable manpower? 7%? Oh my god. That's awesome. Oh, look, another little encirclement. Let's crush them real quick. Boop, boop, boop. Bye-bye. And just collapse this front real quick. 5 more divisions. Pop another one. Collapse 2 more divisions over in this pocket. And that puts the casualty numbers in the 1.57 million. Holy shit. It would be funny if it wasn't so sad. This is incredible that the Reich is still... How have you not capitulated yet? I've pushed you into the Maginot Line. You're stuck between a Czech and a hard place. And scene. All right, time to carve up good old Germany for my sake. Let's see what we could do. So, I just took all of it. They just let me do that. And I think all I got to do to fix the resistance is just delete one of my armies. Let's just go ahead and do that and see if it fixes it real quick. I think it's a 6,000. Yeah, there we go. Infantry equipment's fixed. Garrison supply is getting there. And resistance isn't all that bad. So, as Czechoslovakia, we only needed to recruit Romania and Yugoslavia, and we were absolutely able to torch the German Reich before they could invade Denmark, the Netherlands, Poland, France, anybody. The only person they got to was Austria, and they did that willingly. This is why I said that there's kind of two modes to this. If you don't want to make it that easy, just don't invite Yugoslavia, and then you can have actually a pretty good fight. And the funny part is we've kind of just put together the Central Powers again, but this time under Prague, so make of that what you will. So anyway, my friends, that is going to conclude beating Germany as Czechoslovakia without the help of the Allies. Goodbye. Alright everybody, welcome back to the end of the video section. Normally I reserve this spot for whatever's been going on in my life, but there hasn't really been much going on. I've just been doing some YouTube stuff in the background, been teaming up with Chum and Smithy to do a bunch of cool little shenanigans. So instead of going on some big monologue, in this video I want to shout out a smaller creator that I stumbled upon recently. This is a video by a man called Strategy Stuff, and he did something very, very impressive in Victoria 3, managing to annex all of China as Japan in like 1852, so barely 15 years into the game. I thought that was super impressive, so I'm going to shout him out here. If that seems like something that you might be interested in, go check him out. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. I hope you all had a great time. I wish you all a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.